Welcome back. Could the future of security be led by robots? Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions, commonly known as AITX, thinks so.
The company's president, Steve Reinhardt, joins us live now with how AITX is aiming to spearhead the next phase of the industrial evolution. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Shelby.
Thank you so much for joining us. Well, for those who haven't heard of AITX, what do the robots you create do?
What we've done is we've fused artificial intelligence with robotics and a variety of different services in order to perform important tasks typically done by humans, but can now be done by our services at a fraction of the cost. This allows more services to be delivered to more people because of those economics.
Now, we know that there's some talk, Steve, that you guys could soon be on the NASDAQ. Now, what would that mean for the company, and what's that timeline looking like?
Well, the first step is going to be to move from the OTC Pinks to the QB, and I expect to do that sometime in the next several months. From there, I want to see where we're at in terms of our growth trajectory, in terms of our financing, in terms of our uptick. Those will be the factors that will allow me to determine what's in the shareholders' best interest and what's the timing for the move to NASDAQ. Is the move to NASDAQ in our future? I believe it is. Timing, we'll have to see.
Sure, and a huge part of your brand is the robotic assistance devices, commonly known as RAD, where can you literally, you can literally have a robot that's called an officer. Can you kind of tell us more about these devices and how they can impact individuals and companies?
It's very exciting right now. You know, we have some rebalancing happening in law enforcement around bringing more social services into response for law enforcement, and that's where we want to play. We want to deliver more community services along with essential security services, say in communities and in underserved communities, so that we can do a better job as a society servicing all elements of our country.
Now, Steve, okay, so I'm a person, I've watched like iRobot and all these other kind of tech robot movies. That's the first thing I think of with security. Break down either any comparisons or any differences, when people hear about these kind of technology assistant robots.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you straight up, we've got a small army and a growing army of engineers working to bring that to real life. So that is part of our long-term vision, are these highly interactive security and social services focused robots.
Absolutely. And Steve, you and I, we were talking on Twitter the other day, and this whole idea, we kind of talked about iRobot, but like you mentioned, the RoboCop thing, that's not what this is. This is community-oriented, safety, and you even mentioned some of these robots can do health screenings and stuff like that. Can you talk about kind of why that's so important and kind of what's your plan with that?
Absolutely. You know, our climate has changed in terms of that heavy-handed RoboCop type image has really fallen out of favor because we know that that kind of direction leads to injustice and application of bias and issues like that. So what we're doing is we're taking a very holistic look at what services humans provide and how we can bring AI to provide those same services. And again, the reason for that, the reason for any type of automation is to provide valuable services at a lower cost, which allows these services to be spread among more communities. So when it comes to health screening, looking for loiterers or illegal panhandling or car break-ins or any number of different types of crimes, we have a specific workflow either developed or under development in order to solve those problems right now and today. And that's why this is so exciting.
Steve Reinhardt of AITX, thank you so much for giving us some of that insight. And of course, we'll be sharing this interview over on our website. That's ciproud.com.